view, what the bosses view. You gotta sacrifice. You wanna move like bosses move.
YMA, Young Millionaires Association. Yeah, see, that's the association. Joe.
All right, guys, welcome. That's like my theme now, huh?
Welcome.
To the third power.
Yeah.
Welcome to the YMA Nation podcast, episode number 13.
13.
14.
14.
15.
Oh my gosh, y'all.
No, it's Wealth Building Monday, episode number 14, guys. Thank you guys for joining us. Episode 13 was Friday football. Yeah, that was a blast.
It was.
Okay, so what? Not to get off track, because I'm ready to get into this drawing.
Okay.
But before we start, I would like to say that I am Joe Wallace, and this is
Rebecca Wallace.
And today we're going to talk about Wealth Building Monday. I'm going to give you guys some great information on how to set your goals and how to achieve them. Setting goals and achieving them.
That's exciting.
It's important.
Yeah.
Right? But before we get started, I would like to talk about our drawing.
Okay.
So if you've been following the podcast, you see the drawing that we're doing. And in the drawing, if you look down in the description, there's a link on the top. And that link takes you to our web page. And all you have to do is listen for the key word that we are going to say somewhere during this podcast and enter your information in the keyword. And it's that easy. You get to watch a great free money.
Yeah.
A great podcast.
Gain knowledge,
because knowledge is power.
Knowledge is power.
So you are ready to get started?
Yes.
All right, so let's get going.
Uh-oh.
You got the music going. Let's see who's our first winner. Our first winner is Melissa Fuller.
All right.
I thought you were handling the clapping.
Okay, I got the clapping.
Melissa Fuller, thank you so much for watching the podcast. Episode number 11. That's where she won from.
Okay.
From last Monday, Wealth Building. So you just won yourself $25. Our next winner is...
Who we got?
Sharice Esau.
All right.
Sharice Esau, thank you so much for watching the podcast.
Yes,
you are a $25 winner.
You.
So those are two people for today, episode number 14, Wealth Building Monday.
There we go.
All right, so as soon as our hype music stops, we are going to get serious.
All right.
And there it is. Guys, again, one more time, congratulations.
All right,
you got to enjoy life.
Yes.
All right, and then you get serious.
Now we're going to get serious.
Now we are going to get serious. So we are going to talk about Wealth Building Monday, how to set and achieve goals.
Okay.
All right. So let's start off. I think it is important when you tell someone information, they need to understand every particular piece of it.
Okay.
So when I say how to set goals and how to achieve them, you have to understand what a goal is, for one.
Right.
I didn't just want to get my perspective of a goal, so I went to the Webster Dictionary. And I'm going to tell you guys, based on the Webster Dictionary, a goal is the end toward which effort is directed.
Okay.
The end toward which effort is directed. So what that means is that it is that end. So when you have an ambition or a desire or a vision for something, and you see that final place, that's that final, like you put everything towards that, and that's that goal. So if I say what's interesting about this is that we were just talking on Friday football, right? Mm-hmm. And it makes me think about a goal, like the goal post, right? It's a goal, right? It's getting into that goal, right? So the offense take the ball, and their goal is to get to the end zone, which is where the goal is at.
Right.
So, I mean, every perspective of that, like, that's the goal. That's that end point. We got to get there. We got to work hard. We got to, like, take these hits. Mm-hmm. Like, and, we got to train, but we got to get to the goal.
Mm-hmm. Right.
Made me think about that. But it is that end point. So when you think of something and you have a vision, whether it's to get promoted at a job, to buy a car, to buy a house, to get a raise, and improve your credit, no matter what it is, that's a goal in your mind, right? Because it's a desire that you want.
Right.
So that's a goal.
Okay.
Okay. We're going to start with you.
Y'all. You're gonna start with me.
We're going to start with you, right? Because
Okay.
goal setting is important, no matter what it is, right? So people get complacent, they get up and they just go out their day.
Right.
I'm gonna wake
Right.
up. I got to do the same thing, and it's a cycle. Go to work, come home, kick off my shoes, turn the TV on, let the day go by, let the night go by, and then wake up in the morning and do it all again.
Right.
And then
So it's just a cycle.
It's a cycle.
Right.
Every so often, they get inspired by something. Something inspires them. Oh, you know what? My best friend just got a brand new car, and I love it. I want to get
a new car.
Yeah,
Yeah.
let me work towards that goal.
Yeah.
And then like every
Let
so
me
often,
work some overtime, get
Or
some
what-
extra money, save up a little bit to be
Yeah.
able to.
and that's okay, right?
Right.
It's important. It is crucial that you live your life constantly creating goals,
Right.
or you'll always be stagnant. You should always create a goal. You accomplish that goal, and then you create the next goal, and then you move on, and you continuously move on, and you'll continuously propel in life if you follow that cycle.
Right. Right.
Okay, so if you look at your life right now,
Okay.
I'm trying to think of a hard question.
You gonna try to stump me, y'all? You
well-
gonna try to stump me?
Well, so if you look at your life right now, and you see 5 years from now, what is your goal 5 years from now?
Oh, I have a lot of goals for 5 years from now, but I think the main thing
Prioritize.
is
Like, what's your
like,
main goal?
Yeah, my main goal is to be a broker and have my own real estate agency and build out my real estate team to where we can handle the capacity of clients that we're anticipating for that time frame,
Okay.
and to continue to grow out the nonprofit organization and the master's credit consultant business.
Okay. That's a good goal. Because those goals impact me. So, yeah, work hard. Keep going. You got to get these goals. There you go. Good job. Good job.
Yeah.
Good job. You got to
Yeah.
get the goals. There you go. All right. So, when you set a goal in life, whether it's to have your own broker or the people that's out there. So, if you say, you know what, a lot of them are not in your industry.
Right.
So they're setting their own goals, and most people that's online that follow like podcasts, like they're trying to get like that information.
Go ahead.
Th-
I'm going to jump in a minute though.
They want that information that how can I get to the top?
Right.
Like I want to be a millionaire. Like if you see how many people search under those keywords, like everyone wants to get there, and it's okay. Like I want to get rich. I want to be able to take care of my family. I want to have the nicer things in life. That's a goal.
Right.
Now you about to jump in. Go ahead.
Okay. So the reason that I just want to explain my goals too.
Okay.
So the reason that
I'm going to get to that.
well, okay.
Go ahead. Explain your goals.
Okay. So I actually have a book, and it talks about setting goals for your business and setting goals for your personal, and how to separate the two, and also how one impacts the other, and
Right.
understanding the differences in that.
Right.
So when you ask me what my goals are, I immediately think business, because my business goals are separate from my personal goals.
Right.
So I may have separate personal goals, and your personal goal may be, I want to be a millionaire, because that's personally impacting you, how much money you bring into your household and what you do.
Right.
Where your business goal is, well, if I own my own brokerage and I build my brokerage out and I'm a broker in charge and I have agents up under my company and I have the staff in place and we're bringing in clientele, then that business goal and me adhering to that business goal is going to directly impact my personal goal.
Are you trying to start or grow your business? Well, welcome to YMA Financial, where we have created the ultimate platform for entrepreneurs and business owners. We specialize in small business startups. Our accredited business consultants will help turn your dream to a reality. We'll help obtain your business documentation, help you establish and build business credit, and whether you're working from home or storefront, we'll help fully launch your business. Check out our website at www.ymafinancial.com or give us a call at 888-531-6611. Right. That's facts. Right. And when you create that goal, and that's what we're going to get into, like when you create goals, like the things that impact.
Right.
Right. So
I always jump ahead, y'all.
no, but it's important like to have these type of conversations.
Yeah.
So the way I explain it may be one way, and then the way that you explain it could be different.
Right.
So now they could hear from two different perspectives. A vantage point from here and a vantage point from there.
Yeah.
So when you create a goal, it has to be realistic.
Right.
Right. And that's the first thing. When you step back and say, you know what, I work for this company. I work for BMW. Just say I work for BMW, and I want to be the president of this company one day. Mm-hmm. Is it realistic?
Right.
Right. So whatever goal that you set, you have to understand the criteria to get to that goal, and then you ask yourself, is that actually achievable? So when you say I want to have my own broker 5 years from now, and you look at where you are right now and all the steps it's going to take to get to that point,
right?
Is it achievable?
Yes.
Right. So you're saying it's achievable. If you're out there watching, that should be your same line of sight. Is I see this. What do it take for me to get there? And is it truly achievable if I follow these steps?
Right. And you have to create goals along the way. Right.
We're going to get there too.
Okay.
No, what? Keep jumping in, right? Because you keyed in, though. So that's important because they're probably saying the same thing.
Yeah.
Right? They're thinking ahead.
Yeah.
So it has to be realistic. You can't say that you're 45 years old and man, I always dreamed of being a star quarterback. Mm-hmm. Right? You can't. It's just not going to happen. Like you're not going to jump into the league right now. No team is going to take you in right now, and you're just going to become a star quarterback.
Right.
Because those players are coming from college and then they're going into the league. Mm-hmm. Walk on quarterback. Right. I don't think I've ever seen one.
Mm-mm. I have to do some research on that.
Yeah. Realistic though, whatever you set in your mind. So if you're watching this podcast right now, set a goal, and we're going to work as a team.
Right.
So take 15 seconds in your mind. What's your goal? Where do you see yourself 5 years from now?
Maybe you should do it like a year from now.
You think 5 years is too long?
I do.
Right, but then that's how we're going to break down the time period, okay. Right? Because those are like your short-term goals, but your short-term goals have to lead to a long-term goal because then you're just like, oh, you know what? I want to go buy this car. And then the why behind it is because I like it. My car, I got car problems.
Right.
So I want to go buy a car. But if you don't think long term and you say, well, what car do I have to go buy? Not your desire. Your desire is fine, but you have to have an understanding that I need the best interest rate because if I go and buy this car right now and the interest rate is high, then the majority of my payment is going towards the interest in the car.
Right.
So 5 years from now, when I get ready to trade this car in, I'm upside down $4,000 or $5,000. So your long-term goals is important. Then you break down your long-term goals into short-term goals. You're thinking. But you're thinking that you should also create smaller goals as you go along. And those just things that pop up. Like, you know what? I got my long-term goals. Just how this podcast popped up.
Right.
Our goals over the last 5 years was set. And then there was an opportunity, right, to expand. So, yeah, it was like a pop-up goal. right? So that goal just happened. Like, hey, you know what? If we create this podcast and we can expand our viewership and our reach, but it doesn't dilute us or distract us away from our 5-year goal and everything that we have planned year over year. Okay, guys. So realistic. It has to be realistic. Choose something that motivates you, right? You love what you do, right?
Right.
Right. Whatever your goal. So I gave you guys time to choose your goal. Make sure that goal is something that you love. If you don't love what you're doing, then you're just doing it. And you're going to be unhappy about everything that doesn't go your way. When you love something, then when things come up, you deal with it. Like, okay, I got to figure this out, right? Because I got a goal. This is my goal. So I got to work through it. No matter what, I have to work through it. So when you love something, which is your goal, and you are truly motivated by that goal, then no matter what happens, you're going to, like, that excitement and that passion is going to continue to drive you. So whatever you choose as your goal, make sure it's something that motivates you. That is important. Next thing I want to talk about is SMART goals. And SMART goals is something that we learned in college, actually, right? Because it's broke down into the acronym of SMART. And so when we talk about SMART goals, the S is specific, which I talked about. Like, whatever goal it is that you choose, it has to be specific. You can't say, you know what, I want to play football. That's too wide range, right? So you want to play football, what do you want to play? You want to play running back? You want to play wide receiver, right? You have to be specific and understand, narrow down your goal and say, whatever it is, this is where I want to be. You just can't say I want to get promoted. Where? Like, what's your job title? Where are you trying to go? Because if you work somewhere, they may have a job, something that's open in HR. They may have something that's open in recruiting, right? So you got to be specific. And don't be afraid that as you go through life, that your goals, you maneuver your goals to fit your situation. You have to be specific. That's the S. The next one, it has to be measurable. So when we talk about our SMART goals, the M is that you have to be able to measure your goal. You say, okay, as I'm going through this, is it being successful? What am I gaining from it?
Right.
Right. So if you say, I want to be a broker 5 years from now, you have to understand after like month 1, month 2, month 3, month 4, like, am I going down the right direction to get to my 5-year goal? If I set a goal, I have to sell X amount of houses per month. Then am I on track? You have to be able to measure those goals. I'm just like pointing, I'm just using you as a like complete scenario. The next thing is we kind of talked about, I'm going to allude back to the A in SMART, is the goal has to be attainable. You have to be able to obtain the goal. Again, like, if you can't be 45 and say, I'm going to go play football. And I used to play in college, but I didn't, after that, I didn't go to the pros, but now I'm going to try it. Right. You just, at that age, your body is just not going to be able to sustain the type of impact.
Right.
So the goal has to be something that you can actually do. So when you create that goal, create something that's challenging to you, that you love. Don't create a goal that's going to be too easy, that you just know that it's going to happen. Right. You know what? My goal is that I don't really eat meat, but I want to just cut it out completely. I'm a vegetarian. I may eat like once every 3 or 4 weeks. Right. That's a small goal because it's easy for you to achieve that goal. If you are 190 pounds and you say, I want to lose 40 pounds by X time frame. So now that's a challenge for you. So that's something that you have to commit to. Right. So don't create something that like it's just going to be like, oh, I want to lose 5 pounds in the next month. That's easy, right? So when you create that goal, make sure it's something that you're passionate about and it's something that's going to actually challenge you too. Right. The more you go through your life learning how to be challenged and how to overcome those challenges, it makes you stronger.
Right.
So as you achieve a goal and you move to that next level, it's probably higher, right? And then that higher level is going to come with more challenges. So as you move up in that ladder of success, the higher you get up, the harder the challenges they become. That's why when people get to like a vice president or like some director level, like they get paid like $150,000, $200,000 because they're getting paid to deal with so much. They're getting paid for their skill set, but they're getting paid to deal with a lot of things. You're responsible for so much. You're responsible for the financials. You're responsible for the marketing, the hiring. Like everything falls on your shoulders. So that's why you have to love what you do. The next thing in a SMART goal is relevant. It has to be important. Like when you choose something for yourself, it has to have some type of importance to you. So that is important in a SMART goal. And then time bound, when you think about the T in the SMART goal, is like that time. Like, so you set everything on like a time scale, right? So if you say in 5 years, I want to be a broker, what do you need to have done by year 1? What do you have to have done by year 2? What do you have to have done by, like, you, right? So you put everything on a timetable and you set goals. So just how we talked about earlier, you have your 5-year goal. That's your long-term goal. But your short-term goal is, I got to study because I got to go in and take a test, right? To become a broker, right? How much do you have to do? It's a lot.
Yeah.
Right.
Of course.
So over that time frame,
You have to understand more aspects of the business.
Right. So
Right.
it takes more to get to that point. But now you're creating your short-term goals to help you achieve that 5-year goal.
Right.
I want to have more agents. Right. So what do I need to do to get more agents? Right. I got to have more homes, right, that we're able to list and more clientele to be able to sustain.
Exactly.
So like all of those things equates to, here's my short-term goals that's going to put me in a position to achieve my long-term 5-year goal. Planning is so important, and the lack of planning is how a lot of people fail. Right. So if I told you, Rebecca, right now, what I need you to do is, I'm going to pull up this address. It's on 5th Street, 5th and 12th on New York. And I just say, hop in your car. I'll see you there in 2 days. Well, New York, okay, it's not that long of a drive. But if you understood that if I had a map, like you got no map, you have no GPS, and I just say, get there. You're going to get in the area. You'll be asking questions. Hey, how do I get to field? Like, I will get there faster than you will. I'll be waiting for you because I planned it out. I know I got to hit the 85 North, and then I'm going to take that for X amount of miles, and then I'm going to hit the 95 North. Then I'm going to stay on that road for X amount of miles. And that's my plan.
Right.
I got everything planned out. I know approximately how long it's going to take before I'm going to need gas. I know approximately how long it's going to take if it's going to be an overnight trip, when I plan on stopping and getting a hotel and rest, how much time I plan on sleeping, what time I need to be up in the morning, how long it's going to take me to shower, shave, brush my teeth, get in the car, get breakfast, and hit the road again. All of that is planning. The exact way that you plan out a road trip right now, it should be your life, on how you plan out your life. I didn't even see that. So planning is important, and it needs to be in segments. So when you have a plan, you say, here's my goal. I'm going to have it broke down into segments to say, okay, you, broker, I need to get my license. To get my license, I need to study. To study, I need to get the material. To get the material is going to cost me money. To get money, I need to. So you see how everything is broke down into segments to help you achieve that short-term goal?
Well, another important aspect to that is you can't just say you're going to do something. The key to everything is you need to write it down. Is that in your list? Am I jumping ahead?
No, but that's in the business plan. It depends on what you're trying to do. And that's why people have
not just a business plan, but your personal goals. Right.
Vision board.
Because you need to, when you write it down, it becomes real.
Right.
If you just, I could say, well, yeah, I'm going to be a broker in 5 years. Well, if I don't write it down and
create the
steps and write down my plan and understand what I have to do and have a checklist of, okay, I've finished this step.
Right.
And I'm going to go to the next step. Okay, I finished this step. I'm going to go to the next step.
That's important.
Then it doesn't become an actual goal until you do that.
And I was going to get into that. So the next piece I was going to talk about is patience, but I'm going to bring the following step to now.
Okay.
And that's process.
Yeah.
So kind of to allude to what you just said, like if you take your car to get a tune up, they have a checklist.
Right.
Right. It's not just like, hey, you going and good luck.
Right.
Right. Go and do a tune up on that vehicle. You got a checklist. I need to check the oil, change the oil filter, boom, boom, check the wipers, change. Like there's a checklist.
Right. And goals, and especially when it comes to purchasing a home, purchasing a car, business goals, starting a business, growing a business, any of those things all start with credit. So one of your main goals should be, okay, in order for me to obtain any of this, credit.
She throwing it out there, guys.
Hey, I'm just saying.
I was talking to my barber today about credit and business credit.
I mean, you have to have it for anything.
Right. So if you need help, guys, I think what she's trying to tell you guys, credit is important for anything in life. And if you need help trying to establish or build credit, Masters Credit Consultants.
Yeah.
Yeah. www.masterscredit.com.
But it should be on your checklist for any of those goals.
I started off checking it every other week, just like most people do. Then it got out of control. I couldn't help myself. I started checking it day after day after day. I didn't realize that I was becoming addicted until my wife said something.
What did she say?
She said, it's just a credit score, relax.
Are you checking your credit score?
Huh? Hold on.
Right, because even in your perspective, like as you're trying to grow your business and you say, I want to get a new building, guess what they're going to do?
They're going to run my credit.
They're going to check your credit.
Right.
Okay. So patience, guys. Man, patience. What I've learned is throughout my path and my journey, what got me to where I'm at right now is trusting in the process. If someone patience, right? And it's the patience that falls behind that. And even me, myself, I work towards becoming more and more patient, no matter what, because the more clients I take on, I know that I'm going to have to deal with more. Right. So like the patience.
Oh, even in my industry, in real estate, you have to be very patient with the process. We have people that are under contract for new construction, and we have a client right now who the county put the meter on the wrong side of the house. Wow. So that pushed their closing out. They have to figure out a living situation. We're trying to guide them through that.
You know what? I was going to talk about that. Controllable and uncontrollable.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're going to have to get to that next week.
Controllable and uncontrollables, right? You focus your energy on what you can control, and what you can't control, that's it. All right, guys. All right. So that is it, man. That was good. I hope you guys took the
keyword?
Information. We got to go to the keyword. The keyword is knowledge.
Knowledge. Got it.
Make sure you go down in the description, click on the link, and it'll take you to the page, enter your information, and the keyword, knowledge. Guys, thank you so much for joining us for episode number 14, YMA Nation Podcast, Wealth Building Monday. These things will help you achieve, because I'm giving you all of those small steps to help you achieve, get into that wealth. So each week, we're going to go deeper and deeper. Guys, thank you so much. We will see you on Wednesday for
Real Estate Wednesday.
Well, did you try to sound sexy with that? Real Estate Wednesday. All right, guys. We'll see you then. Thank you so much. Make sure you subscribe, comment, and subscribe to the channel.
View with the boss's view. You gotta sacrifice. You wanna move like bosses move.
YMA, Young Millionaires Association. Yeah, see, that's the association. Joe.